planet of HFY had become a nightmare. Once a lush diplomatic outpost, now it was ground zero for the deadliest war in the quadrant, an escalating conflict between the ruthless Rhynak swarm and the fragile Galactic coalition. Entire battalions had fallen. Elite alien warriors, cybercommanders, and bioengineered troops all crushed by the tide of biomechanical horror. The coalition was on the brink of surrender. The Galactic Council convened in emergency session, voices rising in panic. They've breached our final line. Our synthetic legions failed. HFY is lost. Then an Earth ambassador stood up slowly. He was old, gray beard, weathered skin, military posture that time hadn't broken. We have one option left, he said. The council left. You mean send more humans? We've already sent your best youth. They're gone. The ambassador's eyes narrowed. I'm not talking about the youth. He tapped a button. A hologram flickered to life. 70 names. No ranks. No units. Just names and one label at the top. Earth Veterans 2083 to 2115. Status retired. Volunteered. 2 days later, the dropships arrived. Not sleek. Not modern. Old steel. Scratched helmets. Manual rifles. Not a single cybernetic enhancement among them. They walked slowly, backs crooked, joints clicking, some limping. But their eyes, those eyes burned with something ancient. The alien general scoffed. This is your answer? Old men. The human commander, a grizzled 82-year-old named Colonel Riker, lit a cigar and said, No, sir. We're not your answer. We're your lesson. Within hours, they entered the Warzone. No drones. No nanotactics. Just strategy, grit, and silence. The Rhynak swarm attacked. And then they stopped. Something was wrong. These soldiers didn't panic. They didn't retreat. They adapted. Where others ran, they dug in. Where others relied on AI, they used instinct. They used trenches, lures, guerrilla traps, camouflaged mines. They knew the smell of fear, the sound of a weak flank. And one by one, they began to win. The Galactic Council watched the live feeds in disbelief. An old man with one arm took out a Rhynak tank beast with a homemade thermal charge. 2 veterans used sheer timing and coordination to destroy an enemy command node. One woman in her 70s, call sign Granny Reaper, led an ambush that wiped out an entire swarm wing with just 8 soldiers and 3 boxes of explosives. The news spread across systems. Earth's elders turned the tide. Humans deploy the past and the past fights back. Alien commanders began taking notes. How are they doing this? A human field medic responded. Because they've seen hell. And this? This ain't even close. Within 5 days, the Rhynak forces retreated. They didn't just lose, they were terrified. They spoke of ghosts. Men who didn't sleep. Women who didn't flinch. Fighters who carried pictures of families and fought like they had nothing left to lose. When the war ended, the council requested a formal explanation from Earth's ambassador. How could your oldest, weakest humans achieve what our strongest could not? The ambassador looked them in the eye and answered. You build warriors in labs. We built ours in fire. Your soldiers follow orders. Ours remember fallen friends. You trained yours with code. Ours were trained by pain, patience, and war that never leaves the bones. In the following decades, a new name echoed across military academies throughout the galaxy. The Old Guard. And etched into the war monument on HFY, one phrase stood above all. They may grow old, but they never stop being soldiers.